Hi, so this is for level 3, and this is starting unit 3. So you can take a moment to read what we'll be covering in this lesson. And to get you started with the unit are pictures of some famous places in the world. So number 1 is a volcano in Costa Rica. Number 2, the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. Number 3, this Great Canyon in Tibet. And number 4, a roller coaster. So before you start, take a minute to ask yourselves which of these things you would really like to do. To see a volcano, go hiking in a beautiful canyon, visit an ancient city or monument, or ride a scary roller coaster. I'll say for me, hiking and ancient monument is what I would most like to do. Okay, so let's go to the next page, which is 22 in your textbook. And this is a quiz. So I'm going to play the listening. And as you listen, circle which answer you believe to be correct.
Page 22, Unit 3, Wonders of the World. Lesson A, Human Wonders. 1. Getting started. B. Listen to the quiz. Can you guess the correct answers? Circle A, B, or C. Then compare with a partner. Check your answers on the last page of your book. Test your knowledge. Can you guess the answers to these questions?
1. Which city has the tallest office building in the world? A. Kuala Lumpur. B. Taipei. C. Chicago. 2. Where is the longest suspension bridge? A. Japan. B. Denmark. C. China. 3. Where is the largest shopping mall? A. Canada. B. China. C. The United States. 4. Where is the busiest fast food restaurant in the world? A. Seoul. B. Moscow. C. Hong Kong. 5. Which city has the biggest soccer stadium in Europe? A. London. B. Dublin. C. Barcelona. 6. Which country has the most tourism? A. The United States. B. Spain. C. France.
Okay, let's check your answers. Number 1, the tallest office building in the world is in Taipei. So number 1 is B. Number 2, the answer is A. Number 3 is B. Number 4 is also B. Number 5 is C. And number 6, C. Okay. So here for part C, take a moment to pause the video and write in your answers, and we'll check when you're ready. Okay, so let's check your answers. Number 1, you should have biggest. Number 2, busiest. Number 3, largest. And number 4, most expensive. And you can turn to the last page of your book to find the answers to these questions. All right, so on the next page is discussion of superlatives, and maybe this is something I believe you studied before. So this might be a review. Here for adjectives that are short, you'll need the and then est. For longer adjectives, you will add the word most or least and then the adjective. There really isn't a hard or fast rule on how long an adjective has to be before you can no longer add est. The general guideline is 2 syllables, but it's not a rule. So again, if you're not sure, use your dictionary to find the correct form. So here, tall is 1 syllable, busy is 2, and so here you add est. Interesting and expensive are 3 or more syllables, so you will add the word the most or the least depending on your meaning. There are some superlatives that are irregular. So for good, the superlative is the best, and for bad, the superlative is the worst. And then you can also use the superlative with noun. So you would say the most, and then the noun that you're describing. And you could also use the least for this pattern. And just remember, superlative is when you are comparing 3 or more things. Okay, so underneath is practice. So take a minute to pause the video, write in your answers, and then we'll check when you're ready. All right, so let's see what you have. Number 1, here, this is a noun. So you will use the most. What did I do? Sorry. Okay, so this will be the most flights. Here I have a short adjective, so I'll add est and write the fastest. Beautiful is a longer adjective, so I'll put the most beautiful. Okay, here tourism is a noun, so I'll write the most tourism. Here, famous. So this is an example of a noun, I'm sorry, an adjective that is 2 syllables, but you do not add est for famous. You will say the most famous. Here, good is one of those irregular superlatives, so I will write the best. Similarly, for bad, I will put the worst. And then biggest is a short adjective. I'm sorry, big is a short adjective. So the answer is the biggest. Okay, so let's continue to the next section, which is listening and speaking practice. So take a moment to read through this. So whether I'm using the est ending, the word most or least, I'll link this to the following word when it begins with these letters. And then here, I'll delete the final T and then link the S to most consonant sounds. So take a moment to look at these examples. Okay, so we're going to listen to all of these sentences being spoken and notice how sometimes it's linked and sometimes this T is deleted.
Page 23. 3. Speaking naturally. Linking and deletion with superlatives. A. Listen and repeat the questions above. Notice how the final ST is linked to vowel sounds and the sounds h, l, r, w, y. However, the final T is deleted before and the S is linked to most consonant sounds. Link the final ST to vowel sounds and the sounds h, l, r, w, y.
What's the most interesting neighborhood?
What's the tallest office building?
What's the biggest hotel?
What's the largest library?
What's the nicest restaurant?
What's the fastest way to travel around?
What's the oldest university?
Delete the final T and link the S to most consonant sounds.
What area has the most traffic?
What's the busiest mall or shopping area?
Where's the biggest stadium?
What's the best sports team?
What neighborhood has the most clubs?
What's the most popular dance club?
What's the best movie theater?
Okay, so feel free to listen to that as many times as you need. And you can also pause the video to give yourself time to repeat the questions. I would say as far as your own speaking, these rules are a bit difficult to remember. So if you say most traffic, it's fine. Just be aware that most Americans are going to delete that T and connect it. So pronounce it whichever way is easiest for you. But through this listening and also as you listen to spoken English, keep in mind that sometimes this last T is deleted when it comes before a word that begins with a consonant sound, except for these exceptions over here. Okay, so we'll stop there. If we have time during the Zoom meeting, we'll do this practice about questions. Again, please keep track of any questions you have on this lesson so that we can go over it during our Zoom meeting. That's all I have for you today. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.